For our next project in print design or design plus print 2, we will be working on a poster for the Cleveland International Film Festival. This is a really fun project because it allows you to be super creative, because basically you're going to be coming up with the theme for the poster for the film festival and the imagery. And this will kind of coincide with Project 3, in which you'll create a marketing campaign for the Cleveland International Film Festival, which we will go over later. So this is just going to be a quick video introducing this project. And there are a few former student examples you can look at, and I'll kind of explain a little bit about each one. But basically, what the project entails is you are going to research a little bit, just film festivals in general, but especially the Cleveland International Film Festival. I don't know if any of you have gone to it. It's a really awesome film festival, and it's not just about Cleveland. Actually, the whole point of it is international. So people from all over the world submit movies, and they're juried, and then they are presented in Cleveland, which is pretty cool. And Cleveland's been doing this for, gosh, I think they're up to the 50th. So this year, that the poster that you'll be creating is the 50th. So that's a long time. I actually have the text wrong here, so it should be the 50th. I'm going to change this after I make this video. You'll come up with a theme, you'll sketch out some ideas, and you'll come up with imagery to fit with that theme. The poster size should be 22 inches by 28 inches, and you can either do horizontal or vertical. The color is up to you, black and white, full color, a couple colors. This will all depend on your theme. And then we'll work with the theme, but then all the imagery for the poster must coincide with that theme. And then the copy, you will have the 50th annual, or the 50th Cleveland International Film Festival, your theme, the dates, Playhouse Squares, the location, the URL, and then the Cleveland International Film Festival logo, which I have right here. It is a PSD file, so you don't have to keep it black. You can change it to, whatever color that you want based on your poster. And just kind of an idea with the themes, what you're going to be thinking about when you create these themes is, what do you think of when you think of movies? Don't focus on the fact that it's Cleveland. Cleveland is kind of, it is in Cleveland, that is the location. But just think about how movies make you feel. Think about, just the international aspect of it. And really it's not just one genre. So that's the other thing that's really important to think about when you start coming up with themes, is it's drama, it's comedy, it's documentaries, there's animations, there's short films, there's serious, funny, it's the whole gamut. So don't just think of a theme that, either fits, oh, I like horror movies. It's not just one genre of movies, it's all movies. So just think about, what movies mean to you, what you think of when you think about going to the movies, and just in general, this idea of even experiencing something that you might not have experienced before. I know a couple times that I've gone to the film festival, you might see foreign films, you might see documentaries about things you had never really thought about or heard of, or, it's really a fascinating thing. So these are some ideas of themes that have been done in the past. And you can see that they're pretty broad and pretty open. Welcome home, illuminate, look closer, in the glow, if you think of that projector light. And I know that anymore, most films are digital, but still that idea of the projector, the film, all those things that, that sort of the history of film and all that kind of stuff. So, and just some examples, you can see that some students do collage, some students do illustrations. This theme was Through the Lens. This one was Captivate. And they have old projectors, new projectors, just different, you can see kind of the subtle CIFF. This one was Never Dull. And I think I can't really zoom in on these, but this idea of welcome back and sort of the film reels being flowers. This is another one, Cleveland Loves Film. And in this case, it brings back to the idea that it is in Cleveland, and people just love this event and look forward to it every year. This person, it's kind of hard to see, but it was Filmcest, and they actually did a series of three. So there was a wine glass with popcorn theme. There was a car, and it had film reel wheels. So kind of cool and simple, but really interesting concept. So that's basically the first part of this project. Just, read through this, watch the video, start thinking about it. I think the first step of this is you will come up with some themes, share them with your classmates, you'll land on a final, and then just start thinking about, do I want this to be photography? Do I want this to be illustration? Do I want it to be collage? Do I want it to be image dominant, type dominant? I mean, there's a whole bunch of things, and this is where, when you get into the more advanced projects in the program, you really get to have fun and really explore different ideas that are very, very unique to you. So I hope you enjoy this project. And after you watch this video, just let me know if you have any questions.